Hello and welcome to another video by Schnorgly Jorgsen. I'm going to be talking about the Spitfire MK1 in this video. There may be some clips of the MK1A also because it's basically the same plane, but mostly it's going to be the MK1. A lot of the planes you're going to meet are the HE112s, and the HE112 is a fairly decent plane. It can actually almost turn with you, but you should have an altitude advantage on them, and you should have a speed advantage most of the time as well. So use your energy wisely against these guys, and you can take them out fairly well. As you can see there, I boomed and zoomed him, went in for one pass, he dodged it, but as I went around, did some energy retention maneuvers, not just flat turns, but upward loops. I saved plenty of energy to where that when he was going into a stall at maybe 100 kilometers per hour, I was still going probably about 250 kilometers per hour, maybe 300. And that much more speed just gives you the edge you need to take people out. I'm going to try to boom and zoom an MC, but he's going to turn away, and I'm going to let him go. I see this other guy still up here at high altitude. I figure I better make sure, just in case, that he's dead. In this game, it was me and 4 bombers against a team of all fighters, and this is fairly low level. In low level RB, if you're playing a bomber, you're not really going to be any help to your team unless you're like one bomber and the entire team, the entire enemy team goes in on you and you bait them all down. That's pretty much the only way you're going to be really helping your team. Otherwise, you're just dead weight. In this game, I had 4 dead weight planes, and I was the only fighter. Got 2 kills. I'm going to end the video after this one. But yeah, my allies just got shot down eventually. I would suggest not playing bombers until you're a decently high level, or decently far down the tree, as they change it now. Here I have an MC202 behind me. I'm going to do a split S, try to engage him in a turn fight. So I'm doing some loops here, hoping he follows me. I have a better turn time than they do. MC202 is a very good competitor with the Spitfire, depending on what version it is. Some of them have fairly good firepower, some of them not so much. But fully upgraded, the better MC202s are very fast and very good at booming and zooming you. This guy started with an altitude advantage, but I just flew away from him, going at level flight, and was able to pick up speed, and he was able to waste most of his speed chasing after me. So in the split S, he didn't have too much energy to spare, and followed me down in it. You should pull up and do an upwards loop if someone does a split S below you, if you are a boom and zoom plane. If you can turn fight them, it's fine to follow them in the split S. I probably would not. It's probably not the best maneuver to do. But if you're in a boom and zoom plane, definitely pull up if someone does a split S. Get some altitude advantage over them. Once again, I'm going to do a split S against this MC202. Instead of doing an upwards loop, like I just suggested, he just flies off, pulls up and flies away, which is also fine, but he's not going to be in position to help his allies down here. See, if he would have done a upwards loop and used all of his energy to go straight up, he would have been in a much better position to come back down on me as I'm going in for his allies. As it is, he flew far away, and he can't get back in time to harass me in my attack on this MC202. So I'm going to get good hits on him, and I'm going to join the turn fight down here. And from now on, as you can see in this maneuver, I'm pulling up, getting some altitude advantage. I just want to kind of stay over the plane of the view plane for these guys. If you're high enough up, people just looking around from side to side will not see you nearly as easily. And also, it's much harder for them to nose up and actually get a shot on you. So mostly here I'm going to try to ignore I believe that's a bomber next to me to the right, flew by me. I'm just going to try to ignore the bombers, go for the fighters, ignore people up higher than me until they come down near me, and just engage these guys one at a time. If anyone gets on my tail, I'm going to try to turn away from them and turn fight them and get off of them, because MC202s do turn slower than me. And if once I outturn them and get on them, I'm going to try to take them down until another guy attacks me, and then I'm going to evade once again and repeat the cycle. So as you can see, this guy was behind me. I turned around to get him, let the other guy go. The other guy's going to come back here in a minute. I'm going to dodge him. Stay on this guy because I see he's attacking someone else, and I figured I can take this guy out. I actually do a decent amount of damage, but leave him alone because I know that these two guys behind me are going to be on me if I keep flying towards that guy. And that guy is also going towards the base AA, and I don't want to go anywhere near that. I have, as you can see, bad network connection, flashing, which means AA will kill you much more easily. As you can see, I'm flying towards these two guys. I dodge upwards because I don't want to be caught with no energy against two guys. Luckily, one of them crashes, and then I'm left with only one guy, and I am slightly above him and behind him because he didn't have much energy to follow me, and I'm able to just follow him into this fight. At this point, I see one guy boom and zoom, this snowman guy. He will zoom away after taking a pass on the Spitfire, and he has way more energy than me. He's very far away from me, and he's going to climb up much higher than me. So I'm going to go attack this last guy. It's either going to force his ally to come down and help, or we're just going to kill this guy, and we'll have two guys to kill the last guy. So let's see what happens. Take some shots, catch him on fire. Once you catch these light planes on fire, usually they burn to death. Gonna dodge a little bit because the AA is there, and eventually some other stuff happens. I don't even remember, but we're in a good position there. This next clip is about how to take down bombers. I would say aiming for engines is more consistent. Aiming for the pilot is kind of sometimes better if you just want to take a pot shot and just hope for the best. Sometimes you can get the pilot in one pass, sometimes it takes many. Here I'm kind of aiming for the pilot and the engines and mostly hitting around everywhere, but not really getting the hits I need. I probably should have just gone for a pilot snipe because he was right on the water. Even if I take down an engine, he's not really going to crash, he's just going to land on the water. So knowing that, I probably should have just gone for the pilot. But I'm going to take quite a few passes on this guy. There's no one else around. Of course, if there's fighters, I'd be going for them. But it's just this guy. Of course, the Spitfire only has a 7.7 rounds, but you can still catch engines on fire from bombers fairly easily if you come in from the right angle. Especially head-ons will be great for that, or booming and zooming from the side. Just don't go straight down on a bomber. Even straight up usually is not a good idea. Against the H6K, it doesn't have many gunners pointing down, so you can attack them from below. Is probably also fine. But from the front is the best and safest idea. And don't worry about taking lots of passes. Just don't go on the guys too close. Remember, this is War Thunder, so your allies will never steal your kills. So sometimes also you just get unlucky. Yeah. Okay. So now we have the last clip. This is going to be Spitfire versus HE112. And he's going to start with an energy advantage. Here I am not really going into this fight well. I should have gone in with more speed. But I was just trying to catch up to him, and if I can bait him into actually fighting me by going low speed, that's fine. But here I'm going very low speed. He has good energy advantage. He's going to get a shot right here on me, and I'm just very lucky that I managed to survive that. But from doing that maneuver, I'm able to get up enough energy to start to match him in his maneuvers. And as you can see here, he goes up. If I was to try to follow him, I would have overshot him, and he would have probably had a decent hit on me. But instead, I'm going to fly away from him, get up a little bit of speed advantage, because you're not gaining any energy advantage by going into a stall like that. You're losing a lot of your energy. And since he didn't dive down very far after that, he just kind of got up horizontal movement speed. He didn't get much energy at all, and as I flew away from the battle, I got up a lot of energy and was able to turn around and kill him from that. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more.